Hey everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. Guys, I've received a lot of comments in the comments section regarding airport vocabulary. People want to know the vocabulary which is used at the airport. I know these vocabularies are a little different from the general vocabulary, so we need to pay attention and understand what words are spoken, regarding an airport or at the airport or in the flight or, when we are traveling by air. So today I'm going to take up this. I'm going to speak to you about the airport vocabulary. What are the words which are used at the airport or while traveling by air? It is very important to know. Everybody should be aware of everything, right? So that if any topic comes up about probably air travel or about airports, we will be able to speak on it with the exact words or exact vocabulary. So stay tuned and watch my complete video. Before that, if you haven't subscribed my channel, guys, quickly subscribe my channel, like my videos, share with your friends and family, write your comments in the comment section, and do press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost. Now let's get started with the airport vocabulary. So when we plan our travel, by flight or by aeroplane, what we do is first we come up with a date when we have to go. So that date is called the departure date. Okay, we take up a departure date, we fix a departure date. For example, I want to travel on 12th of December. So 12th of December will be my departure date. So when you'll open the websites or, will go for the booking or you'll book on over phone, you will be asked for the departure date, which means when you are ready to travel. For example, I've taken 12th of December as my travel date. So I'll say my departure date will be 12th of December. Okay, so this is the departure date. And when we reach at the airport, so we have to reach to the departure terminal. So there are various terminals which are there, which is the entry point basically. So you have to reach, departure T1, T2 probably. Okay, terminal 1, terminal 2. So you have to reach that particular terminal for departure. Okay, so once you reach there, you will find a departure gate. Right, so you have to enter through that gate because you are going somewhere. Departure means you are leaving that place, you are going to some other place. So that is why when you are leaving a city or you're going to another city, you have to be at the departure terminal and you have to enter through the departure gate. The gate numbers written everywhere. So you have to see, departure gates. So you have to reach the departure gate. You have to enter the airport through the departure gate. Now at the gate, you have to show your identity card there, ID cards there, and your flight ticket. So you will have your flight ticket, whether it's an e-ticket, if it is on your mobile or if it is a hard copy, anything will do. So you have to show your ID card and the ticket and you can enter through that, the departure gate. Once you enter the airport, you have to go to the check-in counter. Okay, so you have to directly go to the check-in counter. What you will do there, what are check-in counter? Once you go to the check-in counter, you will get the boarding pass. Now, what is this boarding pass? This is the actual ticket with your seat numbers written on it. Okay, so you'll get the seat numbers and which row you are sitting in. So that is the boarding pass. You will get the boarding pass there. You have to give your luggage there. If you don't want to carry your luggage, you can just give it there. They will measure it and they will take it away. So it will go through the aircraft. You don't have to carry it. Okay, so you have to leave your luggage at that time at the check-in counter. So you'll get a boarding pass there and you have to leave your luggage at the counter. So they will check the weight and they will take it along with them. Okay, so these are the two things we have to do at the check-in counter, and you'll get a boarding pass, which is the ticket with your seat number and row number written on it. Okay, so once that is done, you have to go to the security check. Okay, so the next word is security check. So you have to go to the security check. They will check your belongings and whatever you are carrying, and then they will let you enter. Okay, and from there you can go to your gate number wherever you have to sit before boarding the flight. So you will be given the gate number also from where the flight you have to board the flight. So you have to, after security check, you have to go to that area. And there's a sitting arrangement at every gate. So you have to go to your respective gate number and you can sit there and wait for the boarding. Okay, what is boarding? Boarding means you have to get on the plane. You can't say you want to jump on the plane or you can walk to the plane. Okay, these are not correct English. You have to board the plane. You don't have to walk to the plane. You don't have to jump into the plane. You don't have to, run inside to the plane. You have to board the plane or get in the plane. Okay, so that means boarding, to board the plane. So to board the plane, you have to go and sit at the respective gate numbers. Okay, so this is what it is. Now, there are another term which is called domestic flight and international flight or overseas flight. Domestic flight is when you're traveling within the country, and domestic terminal is different, international terminal is different. So there are different ways you can enter the airport. If you are taking a domestic flight, you have to enter through a particular area. If you're taking an international flight or an overseas flight, you have to enter through another area. So domestic is when you're traveling within the country, and international or overseas flight is when you're traveling to a different country. Okay, and systems are different for them, and system is different for domestic. Okay, so now when we reach at the gate and we are sitting at the place, now we have to board the flights. Once there is an announcement that you have to board the flight, so you have to stand in the queue. So you have to stand in the line. They'll check your boarding pass and they'll ask you to board the plane. So you have to enter the plane now. So once you enter the plane, you have to check your ticket number and you have to sit in your place. Now there are two types of seats. One is the window seat and one is the aisle seat. Yes, window seat is, of course, there's a window so you can see outside. Okay, aisle seat is to the other side. Okay, which means aisle is basically, a space which is there between rows in the aeroplane. Okay, so that is the aisle seat. So those are the two kind of seats which is available. Now, there are three types of tickets also available, or three types of class which is there in an aeroplane. First class, business class and economy class. First class is the most expensive. Business class is little cheaper, but the economy class is the cheapest. Okay, first class probably they have a lot of leg space and you can move, you have space around you as well. So that is why it is first class. So there's a difference between each class. So depending on the rate of the ticket, what is the price of the ticket? Okay, if you want to take the first class, it is the highest. You have to pay. Then comes the business class and then comes the economy class. So these are the three types of class which is there in the aeroplane. Okay. After that, the next thing is when you are seated in the plane, there will be flight attendants. Okay, there will be flight attendants. Now, who are flight attendants? Flight attendants are people who will take care of you. If you have any questions, if you want anything, if you want to know anything about, you can just ask them and you can get help from them. So these are the people who help you with all your queries, all your problems. Okay, and they provide meals also in the aircraft. So if you have booked a meal or if the aircraft is providing the meal, so these flight attendants will give the meals to you, distribute the meals. Okay, and then you can ask them for water or anything else. Okay, so these are flight attendants who is going to help you with. There is a pilot who sits in the cockpit of the aeroplane. Cockpit is a place where the engine is and they fly the plane. The pilot is a person who flies the plane and they sit in the cockpit. Okay, so this is another thing. After that, when you are in a flight, you might, there might be an announcement that there is a slight turbulence in the aircraft. So you have to fasten your seat belts. Okay, to turbulence. What is turbulence? When there is a bad weather, there's clouds, lightning or heavy rain, then the flight shakes, right? There is a slight disturbance in the flight. Okay, while flying, so it is resistance to air or something, that is why the flight shakes. You'll feel that the flight is shaking. So, which probably might be frightening for people. People get scared also, but it's quite normal. That's fine. So, that is turbulence. So, turbulence is another term which comes while we can hear while we are seated in the aircraft or while we are flying. Then if you're carrying any luggage along with you, there is overhead bins. So there is a space above the aircraft where they put the luggage in. So that is called overhead bins. So they'll ask you to put your luggage in the overhead bins. So you can stand and you can put it on the overhead bins. Whatever luggage you have, you can put it on the overhead bins. So that is another terminology which is called overhead bins. After that, when the plane starts landing, when the plane starts touching the ground or coming down, it is called landing. So the aircraft, you will hear the announcement of the pilot. He or she will inform you that we are landing to so-and-so airport. So landing means touching down to the ground. Okay, so the airplane is flying and when it is coming down and it touches down to the ground, it says it is called landing. And once it is landed, of course, you can deboard the plane. Deboard, which means you can get out of the plane or you can come out of the plane, which means you can deboard the plane. Okay, so they'll announce for you to deboard the plane. Okay, at the same time, they will tell you about which conveyor belt you can collect your luggage from. You remember when you entered the airport, at the check-in counter, you have given the luggage, right? So that luggage, you can collect it now from the conveyor belt and they'll tell you the number, which number conveyor belt your luggage will be. So what is a conveyor belt? It is just an area where you will find your luggage. There is a large area, a revolving area where they put the luggage and your luggage will revolve around the whole area so that you can collect it. So those are belts. Those are called belts. Okay, that is in the form of a belt. They will put your luggage and it will come to you. It will come to you through the belt. So that is conveyor belt. So you can go and collect the luggage from the conveyor belt. Now, there's another term called connecting flight or transit flight. So if you are going somewhere and you have to you didn't get a direct flight. Direct flight is if you're traveling from Mumbai to Bangalore. It is a direct flight. Now, if you're traveling from Mumbai to Bangalore, but you didn't get a direct flight to Bangalore, you got a flight to Hyderabad, and Hyderabad you got a connecting flight to Bangalore or Bengaluru. Okay, so that is called a connecting flight. So what you have to do is your flight will land at Hyderabad airport. Sometimes you have to sit inside the plane and after maybe half an hour, there will be a layover of half an hour, which means you have to wait for half an hour. Layover means you have to wait for another flight to take off. So probably if you have to wait in the plane or you can wait at the airport if it is a long layover. Okay, so that is called layover. And connecting flight is when you have to get down at an airport after the layover, like after you have waited for 1 hour or 2 hours, and then you have to catch another flight or board another flight. That is called a connecting flight. Okay, another flight to reach your destination. This is called a connecting flight, right? From this airport to this airport, it is connecting. Okay, so that is another term, connecting flight or transit flight, and layover. Okay, now when you are at the conveyor belt, if you collect your luggage, then you can pick up a trolley. There's a luggage trolley. While entering to the airport also, you can pick up a trolley, luggage trolley, and you can dump your luggage in that and you can just carry that trolley. It gets much easier for you to carry your luggage. Okay, so there's an airport trolley also, a luggage trolley. So you can put your luggage on the trolley or you can dump your luggage on the trolley and you can come out. Now you have to come out through arrival. There will be an arrival gate. Now, why it is called arrival? Because you have arrived to your destination. You're not entering, you're moving out, right? So that is why you have arrived to this destination. So you will come out of the arrival gate. So that is another terminology. So you have to get out of the arrival gate or come out from the arrival gate. Okay, and then probably outside you'll find a lot of food court if you want to enjoy a cup of coffee or tea or any snacks or lunch, dinner, breakfast, anything, you are free to do that. So there are lots of outlets available on the airport which you can enjoy as well, or you can directly take a taxi or probably your car and you can go to your destination. Right, so these are the vocabulary which are used at the airport or how to describe an airport or describe your experience, your flight experience or your aeroplane experience or your airport experience. Okay, so these are the vocabularies which are very useful, very handy. Start collecting these vocabularies, start understanding these words. It's very simple, guys. Use it in your sentences and you'll be able to talk about the airport as well, right? So guys, that's it for today. I hope this session would be helpful for you as always. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye and take care.